everybody. How are you all doing? I hope that all of you are having an amazing day or night whenever you clicked on this video. Today I have a very exciting book related video to share with you guys. I'm going to be talking about all the books on my fall TBR this year. So I have some chamomile and peppermint tea in this new Halloween mug, and it's a little ghost reading a book in a library, and I thought what could be more perfect than this mug for this video. Get cozy, grab yourself a drink or a snack, and let's just dive into tonight's video. So the first book that I have is called Two Twisted Crowns, and it's part of the Shepherd King duology by Rachel Killig. The first part is called One Dark Window, which I talked about in my July reading wrap up, so check that video out if you guys haven't. I became a fan of Rachel Killig's writing. I have no complaints whatsoever from the first part. It has all the right elements that I like. There's gothic, there's atmospheric, like a very spooky atmosphere, and there's also romance and a very strong female protagonist, like a female driven narrative, which I really like. So I had to pick this book out. I actually ordered it right after I finished reading One Dark Window. Okay, so let's read the blurb quickly. Gripped by a tyrant king and in the thrall of dark magic, the kingdom is in peril. Elspeth and Raven have gathered most of the 12 Providence guards, but the last and most important one remains to be found: the twin alders. If they're going to find the Khan before solstice and set free the kingdom, they will need to journey through the dangerous mist-cloaked forest. The only one who can lead them through is the monster that shares Elspeth's head, the Nightmare, and he's not eager to share any longer. So, if you guys have read the first part, I think you know the second part. It's going to be an adventure, and from what I have gathered from reviews, the second part did not disappoint. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Moving on, we have This Spells Disaster. This one is by Tori Ann Martin. So, if you can tell from the cover, this one is a queer romance, and I'm a sucker for queer romances. And this one has a blend of all my favorite elements. There's witchcraft and potions and romance and a Sapphic storyline. I had picked this book up last year, but I never got around to reading it. So let's read the blurb. When messy witch Morgan Greenwood drunkenly offers to fake date her dream woman Rory Sandler during the New England Witches Festival, she is sure she was hexed at birth. and things go from bad to complicated when Rory accepts. But although they are pretending to be a couple, their undeniable chemistry soon starts to feel like the real deal until Morgan realizes she may have broken one of the most sacred Witch Council laws and accidentally given Rory a love potion. If this is true, she'll have to prove how incompatible she and Rory are to break the potion and her heart in the process. Morgan's no stranger to a disaster, so ruining their relationship should be easy. Is Rory destined to be Morgan's latest screw up, or could the magic between them be real? So honestly, the blurb is quite promising. Actually, I've read books along the same similar lines last year. So let me know if you want some recommendations of books which sound similar to this. Maybe I could do a whole book favorites kind of a video. Okay, so the next book that I have is called Weyward. This one is by Amelia Hart. So all these books I have picked up sometime between last year and this year. Early this year, that is. But I haven't gotten around to reading them. I've been saving them up for fall. This one has 3 stories, what I can tell from the back. So there's Kate, who lives in 2019. Kate flees London, abandoning everything for Cumbria and Weyward Cottage, inherited from her great aunt. There, a secret lurks in the bones of the house, hidden ever since the witch hunts of the 17th century. Violet, 1942. Violet is more interested in collecting insects and climbing trees than in becoming a proper young lady, until a chain of shocking events changes her life forever. Then we have, how do you pronounce this? Altha. Then we have Altha, 1619. Altha is on trial for witchcraft, accused of killing a local man. Known for her uncanny connection with nature and animals, she is a threat that must be eliminated. But wayward women belong in the wild and they cannot be tamed. Weaving together stories of 3 women across 5 centuries, Weyward is an enthralling novel of female resilience and the transformative power of the natural world. I love a women-driven plot, so looking forward to this one, especially because it has mentions of the witch trials and oppression against women who were seen as a threat to society. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if any of these books resonate with you, or if you've read any and would like to share your thoughts. I love reading your comments, and it's honestly what keeps me going as a small channel. So I really appreciate when you leave a comment. Next up, we have a hardcover, which is not very usual for me because I don't like hardcovers, mainly because how inconvenient they are. But I think I picked this book up from the bookstore and they didn't really have a paperback edition. There's some dust gathered on the jacket. So this book is called The Lost Apothecary. It's by Sarah Penner. My boyfriend actually read this book after hearing about it from me, and he really hyped this book up. So this one is again about women who avenge the wrongs done to them through witchcraft. A forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to the Lost Apothecary. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella, who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. But the apothecary's fate is jeopardized when her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old, makes a fatal mistake, sparking a string of consequences that echo through the centuries. Meanwhile, in present-day London, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell spends her 10th wedding anniversary alone, running from her own demons. When she stumbles upon a clue to the unsolved apothecary murders that haunted London 200 years ago, her life collides with the apothecary's in a stunning twist of fate, and not everyone will survive. With crackling suspense, unforgettable characters, and searing insight, The Lost Apothecary is a subversive and intoxicating debut novel of secrets, vengeance, and remarkable ways women can save each other despite the barrier of time. I honestly loved the blurb, and it does sound like it's right up my alley. I'm really excited about this book. Okay, so the last book that I have to share with you guys in this video is called Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. This is how the cover looks. Cassie Rutherford needs a fresh start, so she says goodbye to Orlando and hello to Bonnyard Key. Cassie is charmed by the historic town, but there's something spooky about her new home. Her laptop won't charge in any of the sockets, and her fridge magnets seem to have a mind of their own. But Cassie's catching a certain vibe from a grumpy coffee shop owner, Nick, every time he slips her a free slice of banana bread with her order, so it's not all bad. When Cassie tells Nick of the ghoulish goings on in her cottage, they decide to team up to look into the former owners, and it doesn't take them long to realize they have a connection based on more than just the paranormal. But Cassie's worried. She's in too deep with this whole haunted home ownership thing, and Nick's afraid to get too close just in case Cassie gets scared away for good. So I had picked this book up, because of the small town vibe and, big city girl moving to small town, finding a grumpy coffee shop owner, and some spooky happenings. Sounds like fall to me. Okay guys, so those are the books that I had to share with you guys from my fall TBR in this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this one, and maybe I can make another, because I'm pretty sure I'll be through with these books quite soon. Thank you so much for watching, and we are nearly close to 1K, and I'm just so grateful for all of you. I'm so blessed to have this community of people who, you know, like feel like family to me, honestly. So thank you once again if you supported my channel. Take care, and I'll see you guys in my next one.